Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us. My name is Joel, and this is the O2 Drop. You're listening to your favourite made-for-adults Pokémon VGC podcast, coming from Perth, the home of three-time regional champion, Alistair Sandover.
What's up? Thanks.
And Melbourne 2024 regional champion, Kieran Singh.
What's up? Happy to be here.
Now, I have no accolades, so I got to surround myself with the people in Perth that can, because today we have a very special guest.
Whoa, Joel. I'm not supposed to be here, but I can't let you fuck up another guest intro by mispronunciation or just being like not enough hype. So I'm going to jump in here and do this, all right?
Fair.
Yeah. And now, introducing the 6-time regional champion, 2-time international champion, the Lord of Reg F and the King of Balance, the bringer of justice as the master of palance. Ain't no world's invite he can't secure. Back from a winning London tour, and now he's here to talk to ya. It's your 2026 EUIC Pokémon VGC Masters Champion, Mr. Paul Chua.
Hello.
Hello.
That's how it should be done.
Thanks for gassing me up.
Huge. Good work, Chris.
Thank you.
I appreciate the poetry of that. That was amazing.
How long did that take to write, Chris?
Like 2 seconds. I'm a natural talent. A bit like Paul. Speaking of hype, I do have one question before I bounce. Paul, what do you think about the criticisms you got EUIC this year when people were like, like the players haven't got enough energy on stage when they get like introduced by Costa and there's pyrotechnics going off and music playing? Like, how did you feel that people were saying that you weren't energetic enough on stage and not looking happy enough to be there?
Well, I mean, I think like the thing I'm always worried about is just looking like kind of silly on stage. That's why I'm just like trying to be like as normal as possible.
You were locked in.
But like I think even when I walked on stage, they just told us just walk on there. So I just like followed the instructions.
Yeah, I'm not going to do like a cartwheel or a backflip or anything, or
No, man. On the internet.
All right. Well, I'll let these other three more talented interviewers take over. But one thing I want to say really quickly before I go is that we're not getting Pokemon Winter Waves this year. Everyone who doubted me and said I was wrong, fuck you. I was right. Sumo, I want an apology letter by the end of the month. Fuck you too. Chris out. Thanks very much.
Okay, Grandpa, go to bed.
Thanks, Chris.
Take your medication.
No, it is a very funny point that Costa was so hype and everyone around him was just grounded.
Yeah.
I think when you have that like juxtaposition of like high energy and just players being locked in, it's like, of course it's going to look awkward.
Yeah. I think it's kind of aura though that you're just like so locked in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
100%. Look, before we get into more EU questions and banter, we're going to go through the baseline stuff, Paul, so that our listeners can get to know you from the ground up and how you got started. So would love to know, first of all, how did you first get introduced to Pokemon as a franchise?
So I first got introduced when I was like a kid. I don't remember the age, but it's whenever Diamond and Pearl came out. I saw that commercial on TV, the one with like the falling Pokeballs, and I thought it looked cool. So I ended up buying the game on release. That's how I got interested in Pokemon mainly. A little bit before that, though, I had like my other family friends, like, what's it called? Ruby cartridge. But like, I wasn't really interested in Pokemon back then. But it was when like Diamond and Pearl came out was when I was more interested in Pokemon.
Diamond and Pearl was a great start.
What a start. Hey.
That was my start as well.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that commercial in Australia.
No, I don't think we did. I could not tell you what we had.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Kieran wasn't born, I don't think.
No, I was born.
He was
I was born. I was like,
Kieran was
I was
born.
like, what year was that?
2000.
Was it like 06 or something?
Yeah.
I was like 3 to be fair.
Nice
Oh,
one.
man.
And how did you get introduced for the first time to VGC, Paul?
VGC was mostly from... So I was watching like, I think Shofu videos before. like, well, no, I don't think it was Shofu, but basically I was watching like singles battles videos. And then like I noticed one of my recommended was about a VGC tournament in Philadelphia, which is like kind of where I was. But then like the next year when they put like more info out on VGC, I found out there was one a lot closer than there. It was like less than an hour from where I lived. So then I decided to try it out, and yeah, the rest is history from there. That was like a long time ago. That was like 2010. So
damn. What were events like in 2010? Because here we were kind of doing locals was in 2010. I feel like our first formal was 2013 in Perth.
I don't think we had anything sanctioned except
The like Nintendo tours.
there was like
right?
a 2013 Australian. It wasn't exactly nationals, but it was like the closest thing it could be. And then the first regionals were 2014. Yeah, what were I think in the US they would. I think it was just regionals. Was it, Paul?
yeah, we had regionals first, and then like you'd have to get like top 16 to get an invite to nationals.
Yeah.
But I never made it that far.
Was
There's
that
always always single elimination. But
Yeah.
was that the ticket system as well, where you have to like rock up and hope that you actually get to play the tournament?
no, actually, the year that I started, they stopped that. It was just like first come, first serve. I don't know if there's definitely videos on the internet, but like I think if you see there's like it's like really like primitive back in 2010. Like there was no like chairs either. Like you like but you're on like the
Oh no.
I don't know how to describe it, but there's videos on the internet of like a 2010 regional, right? It's just like about as basic as you can get. Like there's like a thing to put your DS team in, and that's it.
Yeah. Were you in seniors at this time, Paul?
No, I was in juniors. I was like
Oh
I was
wow.
like 10 or something.
Oh, right.
But 10 or 11 when this was. Yeah.
Wow.
And how was this advertised? How did you find out about it?
Oh, I literally just like kept Googling stuff because like once I saw that VGC video, I just kept watching like other videos on VGC, and then like I don't know how I just randomly stumbled upon that like the time I looked it up, there was like VGC tournaments nearby, and like that's when like the circuit started picking back up for like circuit meaning like the period, because it was like I think it was like from like April to like May was the regional cycle basically, and it was just like in different. It was like each like section of the US would be like a regional somewhere. So
Yeah, right. Okay.
I think we kind of had the same thing when we kicked off. I remember I was main in TCG at that time, but yeah, we did have in Australia, we had like a 6-week period where every capital city had their regionals back to back to back to back on the weekends.
Yeah.
So like they really condensed the season back then.
I know in 14, Perth had the regional on Saturday, and then there was Brisbane regional Sunday.
Oh my God.
So
Really?
the organisers flew over like
God
after
damn.
and then ran Brisbane.
Did anyone go to both tournaments?
No, I know Lionel Price. He just went to Brisbane. He didn't
What?
go to Perth. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah.
Lionel was built different back in the day. Shout out Lionel.
Wants the
Yeah.
comp.
So just in interest of the 30th anniversary, Paul, are you older or younger than Pokemon?
younger.
Younger. Alistair, you're
Older.
Yeah.
older just, and Kieran is younger than Pokemon.
Yeah.
2 and 2. Nice. Makes me feel ancient.
Well, Chris already left. Never mind.
Chris is much older than Pokemon. So what is your favorite Pokemon then, Paul?
In general, my favorite Pokemon is it's a tie between Mousehold and Tatsugiri.
Oh, Scarlet
Dude,
Violet.
yeah, new picks. Interesting.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I just think they're cute. That's
They are.
I like them.
Look, I think Mousehold is a great Pokemon. Like as a dad of one, I prefer the 3 form, and I can't tell you how many Terra raids I did when Scarlet Violet first came out because like they were all 4 and like one, the 3 family was like really rare drop at the beginning for reasons that
Oh yeah.
evade me. Favorite competitive Pokemon then, Paul?
I think I'm just gonna say Amoonguss. I've used that Pokemon. I think it's a pretty good Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Wait, I had a question about the Mousehold.
Yeah.
You know that first Reg H regional when you're in finals versus Nicholas Morales? Did you like Mousehold more or less after the crowd started counting the pop bombs on your Dragonite and it knocked out?
It's a good question. Little less, but I don't think that's more like a Mousehold thing. I feel like it was more of the crowd. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah. Yeah. You're not the first person that's asked me that question though. Like someone else has brought the same thing.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
"Man, how do you still like Mousehold?"
Yeah,
after
that was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, I'll be traumatized.
Yeah. It's okay.
I think
Aside from that, I like it.
So I think we had the same thing at our first locals of Scavvy, where we had like our biggest attendance, like nearly 40 people counting down the pop bombs in the finals against the person who's looking very sad that they're getting the pop bombs counted. Now, Paul, you are a very, very decorated player. 6 regional championships and 2 IC championships.
Top 4 at Worlds as well.
Top 4 at Worlds. Sorry, I'm going through the Wikipedia. There's just so much here. I don't even know where to start. So I won't start with your career. I want to start with one of the champions announcements that we saw is that they've given us the abilities through like the Chinese announcement of the new starter megas. So Delphox, Greninja, and Chestnut. And the meme that came out of it was hyper offense players. The fact that Delphox got Levitate, crying face, and balance players greedily rubbing their hands. You've been noted as one of the kings of balance. How do you feel about Delphox getting Levitate?
Well, so I don't know too much about the stats of these Pokemon, but I think the idea of like an expanding force user not being able to like take full advantage of expanding force, I think is always pretty nice because size spam has always been pretty annoying for like most balanced teams. So
Yeah, true.
Fair and valid. Yeah.
Out of the way.
Yeah, very fair.
I'm with you, Paul. I'm actually happy that Delphox doesn't get expanding force. Well,
we don't even know in DDs in champions, guys. Like, it might not even matter.
Okay. Huge run, EUIC, 11-2. I know from all the discourse around it, it's basically the same team you've been running for all of Reg F. If you're willing to share, we'd love to know some of your building decisions in the lead up to EUIC, and then definitely to go through your run at EUIC as well.
Okay, so the reason why I decided to use that team again was because I was trying out other teams beforehand. I was trying versions of Carrie's team because it had Incineroar Amoonguss, and I like Incineroar Amoonguss. I don't really like Porygon 2 or Saluna stuff. That's why I didn't really try that, even though it's like the most obvious Incineroar team. So I decided to just stick with the same old team because also like going into the event, I was already at like 1,000 points. So my invite was kind of like locked up anyways. So I just kind of wanted to have like a decent performance to get points. So that's why I felt like it was still fine if I just ran like a really boring team or like the same old team basically. The only change I really did was switch Flare Blitz to Taunt on my Incineroar just because I kind of thought P2 Ursa would be a little popular. So I decided to just put Taunt to kind of stop Trick Room. I didn't really... The one P2 Ursa I did face at EUIC didn't go to Trick Room mode, so I don't even think I pressed Taunt at all, so that move was kind of pointless. But
Really?
there was that. But yeah, like I think another reason also I wanted to use that was because of Carrie's team that I lost to at Toronto. I kind of thought Taunt would be useful in that matchup, but in the end, I realized after playing that matchup more, it's not useful at all. So that's why. So that was the reason why I did the one change on it. Everything else is the same from Toronto. And then in terms of my actual run, I have to pull it up. I don't remember too much from it. I just remember the 2 I lost were to where it's like basically just like bolt balance stuff, but they had a booster energy bolt. So I remember that's like the only 2 stuff that I lost to.
Yeah, Giuseppe and Davide with their hot teams.
Italians.
Yeah.
Classic Italians.
Yeah. I guess my weakness at that event was Italians using bolt balance. So,
look, it was an 8-0 start to the event, which is huge day one. Was there any standouts from day one, or was that just business as usual? Get a
day one,
get an EXO record and roll from there.
I mean, all the games I had day one were pretty close. I'm looking at it now. It's like from like rounds 2 to 6, they're all like really close, like 3-game sets. Like the one I felt scariest was my round 3 against the Andres. He had like Sun team, but he had like Farigiraf and Fluttermane, so that's kind of annoying because usually it's like Raging Bolt's really good against Sun, but if they do like the Fairy Farigiraf next to Fluttermane, then your Bolt's useless. So that one was a little annoying because I had to play around it because I didn't really expect anyone to really use Lily Cole either. So
I wouldn't
and the only
either.
practice I did against it was against the Landorus regions. So yeah, there's that. I guess my first balance mirror of the day, which was round 4, was kind of cool, just because his version was a little different. He had the citrus flutter main, which I thought was pretty cool. He didn't bring it against me, but yeah, so I know I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but he didn't bring it against me, but that one was interesting.
I guess you don't have to EV to live surgeons if you just have a citrus berry. That's the logic there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was still Terra Water, I think, too. So it was like, I guess he just wanted it really bulky. So, yeah. I guess the only other cool one was round 6 against Dan Taylor. The gouging fire is a cool idea. Like the games were close too. Like game 3, I was in a really good spot because he missed high horsepower, but I don't know if it mattered too much because he did it on my instant. But I was pretty bulky on it, so. But obviously, it makes it a lot easier. Like, right, if he doesn't get a ground move off, then I get like all my health still, and I can just like keep rotating it. So
it helps.
But yeah, I think those are like the notable ones from day 1.
And then taking out poor Nicholas Khan in the 8th round.
How could I forget? Yeah, I forgot. I played the legendary Ryan Powney on round.
Yo,
round
Ryan
2.
Powney, the real Ryan Powney.
Yeah, I remember that round because like I was like, because like the way you could get back into the hall from outside was like you had to go like all the way to like near like the beginning. You had to go, and VGC is like all the way on the other end. It's like once you walk in, you have to go to like the other side of the hall.
Damn.
So like when I saw the pairings, like I was like hurrying on over there to the other side, and like everyone's sitting down, and like I asked the staff like, "Hey, where's this table?" And then staff's like, "I don't know." I'm just in my head, I'm just like, "What? How do you not know where this table is? Where is it supposed to be?" And then so then like I'm spending like a few more minutes to find where Ryan Powney is, and then I found it. But yeah, that was the one thing I remember from that match. I like the stuff before. It was just like I asked the staff where this table was, and they didn't know. I was like, "What?"
Look, as someone who's judged the big events in Australia, if somebody asked me where 1 out of 3,000 tables were, I probably wouldn't know off dome either.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, like, I kind of thought they know like the general like area where it was. Maybe they should have said like I don't know. I'm just like,
that's not very helpful.
Should definitely know the area. But like, yeah, if you were digging for specifics,
like at least like the general way to walk in.
Yeah.
Just like anything specific.
Yeah, big off on that one. Can you help me? Absolutely not. Okay, into day 2, round 9. Started day 2 with a loss, unfortunately. Any standouts from your match with Giuseppe?
Yeah, so that one was played at the end of the Friday. Like I don't know if you remember, but from the Friday they did like all of phase 1 and then the 1 extra.
Yep.
So, and then they released teams, right? So like I saw that I was playing a bullet balance and I was like, man, like I do not want to end my day playing bullet balance. And I was on stream too, so I had extra time. But like, I feel like the game 2 definitely played better than me. I kind of did like some silly things, but I think like, you definitely tell from the way I played that it's definitely been like a long day. But yeah, like the first game was definitely felt winnable. I just like targeted the wrong guy at the end. Like I just like, yeah, like the first game felt winnable, but the second game I just like screwed up pretty badly. I just let him like dragon pulse my bolt on a switch in. And then from there I was like, man, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can win this anymore, but oh well. But there was that. And then that's kind of similar to what happened in my other loss against Davide. It's more just like it was hard for me to handle the booster bolt because like once it gets calm mind, Davide just kind of like dragon pulls anything that's not my fairy bolt, and then like it just kind of ran through it. So that was the other annoying part. But
yeah.
I do have a question on that. Extra round in day 1 because obviously a few years ago we were playing 9 rounds at big European and American sized events. I think in Australia we never hit
we did once.
We hit 9 rounds one day.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Yeah. How big of a difference is that? That where regionals now you cap out at 8 in a day, and then going into an IC where they're like, we need for time constraints, whatever, we need to play first round of day 2 on day 1. How big a change is that as a player?
Honestly, I feel like it probably shouldn't be that much of a difference, just because, like, especially because like if before, like it was like what, like last year we were doing like, or like 2 years ago we were doing like 9 rounds. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But like I don't know why. Like this time I just felt like a lot more tired. But I think that might be just because I'm getting older. So maybe that's
And you're
probably why.
playing leftovers
But-
bowl balance as well.
yeah, that might be another reason why. But like, I guess if you're just like used to the 9 rounds, that's probably not that big of a deal. But yeah, I can see like why sometimes it could be kind of annoying because it's like, I think the one thing that's also annoying is like if you go into if you end phase 1 at X2, like that last round is like really important because it's like if you lose, then it's like you're going into the next day knowing you can't cut,
Yeah, it
which sounds kind of pointless, but
Yeah.
100%.
Just hit the side events for all of day 2 from there. Or, go explore the city you're in. One of the two, I suppose.
Well, they're going to play it out anyway to get a higher standing.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why it's like kind of that's why
exactly.
I really do not like this. Like, okay, make it 9 rounds day 1, but like don't make like phase 2 start on the like round before the last round. Yeah, it's weird. It's only doing it in Europe though. Like I'm sure NAIC will be like 8 rounds day 1 and like then phase 2 starts. So. Like it's literally only been Europe tournaments. It's just whoever's organizing the Europe tournaments.
They're like,
prefers doing that.
We're going to do this extra round because
yeah, I don't know why. Time, I guess.
Yeah. At least this one, it kind of makes sense because this event's kind of big. So I guess they don't want to like cram a bunch of stuff on the second day because, well, actually, no, because I finished my top 4 at like 6:30. That wasn't that late, but I think it's
I'd say it's late.
That's late, man. That's late.
Yeah, no. I think it was 6:30. I don't remember. Like, I don't remember the exact time, but yeah.
I mean, you got all the broadcast stuff, which like slows down those events compared to what we do.
Reason why
regionals,
yeah.
Okay, for the finals, I have a question about it. Have you watched Andy LaVGC's abridged version of the finals, and how accurate or portrayal of your mindset was that video?
I've seen it once. I saw like the first minute. I was like, "This is so cringe." I'm not watching it. So I really watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Look, you were portrayed just as incredibly locked in. So.
Well, yeah, honestly, I think that's pretty accurate, right? Because it's like, because after the last EUIC, right, every other time I made it to the finals, I always got second. So it was like the time I get finals again, especially because it's like every other time I've seen someone use this exact same 6 Pokemon, they've always gotten second. So I'm just like, man, like I really don't want to get second again. So I was actually really locked in, like for that finals. Like I think like I spent like most of the night before like coming up with plans, and then like the entire morning of like testing it out. So I was like mostly like focused on like actually trying to win. So like, I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah, because like I really did not want to mess this up. Like I did not want to get second again.
You at least wanted to go into the match with no regrets. Win or lose. I mean, ideally win, but like at least like going into it, you've done everything you can. That's the best you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think the easiest parallel I made it to when I was telling like my sister and stuff, I was like, yeah, this feels like studying for an exam. It's like you spending like so much time like preparing. It's like you really don't want to mess this up when the actual thing happens, but like obviously it can still happen. Yeah, but, like you really don't want it to happen.
You have a good idea of like what questions are going to come up and how to solve them, but there can always be a curveball. You never know, but you just got to try and study as much as you can, basically. I think that kind of is like what happened in the first game. It was like when I started testing, that was the first thing I did, like the Ogerpon Urshifu. But like I was so used to him like never doing it and like against other Bolt Bounce, I kind of just like ignored it. So like when I saw it the first game, I was like, oh shit. Like, I should have remembered what to do here.
You got him on that turn 2 though. That turn 2 was so nice.
Yeah, that wasn't what I expected. I was expecting to just lose after that first.
Yeah,
game.
it looked pretty bad.
I was waiting for the second game. Like I'll win game 2 and 3 with the Bolt Balance part, but I somehow won the first game. So,
for those that haven't seen already, Paul has started a YouTube, and he has done very high level, detailed self commentary on his finals match as well as his top 8 match against Frederick, one of the. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his
Hoge brothers.
Hoge brothers, yeah. Really good content. Like if you want to get an insight into a top player's thought processes and decision making, go look up Paul's YouTube. I mean, this is probably something we'd do at the end, but it's very relevant
what is the YouTube channel? We may as well plug it early so people can go have a look.
I gotta look it up. I haven't customized the username. I think it's definitely the default one. I know it has my name in it, but I think it's like my name and then a bunch of numbers.
Okay, not a Poony person.
That's literally it. No.
Where did Poony person come from, by the way? Just a random name.
I don't know. I made it when I was like 12.
Yeah,
I thought the word pwn was cool, so that's how I ended up there.
Yeah, pwn was a word.
I guess it's been stuck with me
around when you were 12. Yeah. I remember seeing like
since I was 10.
Yeah, I think like maybe in like 14, 15, 16, I would see the name Poony person on the showdown ladder. I didn't know it was you at the time because I wasn't, very integrated like with the community back then. But yeah, I do remember the name.
Wait, on the topic, I wanted to ask you some questions about your top 8 match versus Hoj, because like that was like definitely one of the most talked about matches from your runs, maybe besides the finals. Did you, when you're in that, I haven't played like Cresselia or Raging Ball Balance. Did you know that you win on HP in that end game of game 2?
Yes, I had a feeling I won because of the Pokemon I brought.
Yeah, Fluttermane.
I brought Fluttermane.
Yes, that's right.
I won.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, midway through, I started thinking I didn't have it because he didn't forfeit. If he knew that, I feel like he would have forfeited. But so that's why I was like, man, like do I have to come with another plan for this? But it's like I tried telling myself, I was like, I definitely win. Like as long as he doesn't crit me. But
he had a Dundozo.
I was pretty confident I won.
Yeah, his team was crazy.
He had so much HP.
He brought Ursaluna and Cresselia.
Yeah, true.
Ursaluna had a lot of HP, so I think that's the one thing that I was just like, yeah, okay, I think I have this.
Yeah.
And did you see him like running out of your time?
Yes.
That was crazy.
Well, midway through, I saw him at 30 seconds, and I was like, okay. And then like the next one he was at like 20, so I was like, okay, I don't think he knows he's running out of your time. I'll just play this out. But then like near the end, it's like I saw like going down by 1 second. I was like, okay, no, he definitely knows now he's running out of your time. So
yeah,
as a spectator, like watching that. And like when he's like, the 3 minutes hasn't come up yet. I don't know how many like minutes are left in the game, and he's got like 20 seconds, and he's like thinking about his moves. I was just like crashing out to him, like, please, look at move. He managed to finish with like 2 seconds left or something. It was pretty fun watch.
It was like 2 or 1.
Hype. Yeah, as a spectator,
people hate on stuff like that, but I love it.
I thought it was really fun. It was awesome.
Yeah. Like a scenario like that is also kind of why I PP up my moves now, or at least like for Calm Mind and Protect, because at Toronto I also faced another Bolt Balance, and it also went to time. It was like Bolt versus Bolt, and I was running out of Calm Minds and Protects, and I was like, okay, well, just in case if this happens again, I should probably PP up all my moves, and that did happen again, kind of, but there's that, and then that one I won for the same reason, just like percentage, because I brought Pokemon with less HP, so.
Fluttermane, broken in the vault, man.
By having lower HP.
I had the mirror down to like a science back then. I felt like I had it solved with like what to bring.
So what is that interaction? Just for
the timer win.
Yeah, timer win. Yeah,
because
percentage of total.
Yeah, and it's total. It's not a sum of percentages or anything like that.
No, it's percentage of total. That's why bringing Fluttermane, who has less HP, means your overall number of HP is lower, so you're a higher percentage of that total.
Ah, yeah, okay.
What was really funny is Paul linked Khan Academy, how to calculate percentages in the video.
That's funny.
I don't know who watches my videos. Okay, like if someone doesn't know how to calculate percent, that's why I put it in there. I'm being nice.
I did watch your finals review. I'll have to check out the top 8 match. That'd be a fun watch. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, definitely go
like
see
the
it.
Thumbnail?
Yeah,
I did see the thumbnail actually. Yeah, that was good.
Love your work, Paul.
You.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to discuss regarding EUIC?
I feel like most of the stuff has already been like talked about already. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
I guess the only other interesting one would be like Sissiots, but it's like I feel like that's kind of been talked about already too. It's like
yeah, that's cool.
Did you learn?
Just because I played them twice. But
did you learn from Nick Khan's mistakes in top 8? versus Sissicot. Did you watch that match?
Actually, I didn't really watch their match just because I played Francesco earlier. I was just trying to think if there's like one different Pokemon to bring, because I was just kept bringing the same 4 Pokemon, and two, like what can you do differently? And like I just could not think of anything, so then I was just like, I'll just bring the same 4 Pokemon and see how it goes.
Just hope for the best. Yeah,
Worked out.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice. Should we go all the way back?
Yeah, I was thinking we should discuss Paul's, earlier career, just at least some highlights. But before that, like, since we're still on the topic of EUIC 2026, do you have any plans for the rest of the season now that you've won internets? You don't really actually need to do anything, right?
Yeah. I think like for most stuff, I should be okay. Like for like the travel award for Worlds, I think I should be okay. I'm at 1527 points.
Yeah,
a lot of points.
But yeah, like I'm still going to like Orlando.
Okay,
because I kind of want to go to Disney after.
Cool, cool.
And Indy,
yeah,
maybe. I'm not too sure on that one, but I kind of would want to play like I guess it depends on what format we're playing by then for Indy, but that's another one I was planning on going to. Also more of just like a nostalgia factor, just because like that's where Nationals was back then.
Yeah,
like, a long time ago. So it's kind of why I feel like I'd kind of want to go back there.
For sure. Yeah. And then, well, you'll go to NAIC, I'm presuming, and then Worlds. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I'll go to NAIC.
What if it's Champions?
Ooh.
Will that change your?
If it's champions, I will actually think about going. But
okay.
At the moment, I don't have plans on going to NAIC.
Interesting.
I might just go on a vacation somewhere else.
Awesome.
Look, if it is champions, you got to get those reps in, right? Because it'll be a new format.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, speaking of, Alistair, you raise a good point. World's invite was probably not ever going to be a problem for you, Paul. You were, like you said, you're at 1,000 points prior to EUIC, and I think last year the NA cutoff on points was around 750. So you're well in the clear for points. But what sort of relief is there knowing that you don't have to push for the rest of the season if you don't want to? You've made the comment you don't actually have to go to NAIC if you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good because I know like at the start, I'm always like really worried about not doing well at events. So like, I think having like this really like big jump in points definitely makes me feel a lot better going into like the rest of the season, but more like for Worlds, right? Just because it's like, at least like one good performance at least like could give you like a confidence boost, just because like before like Toronto, right? Like every event I always got like top 32 and that felt like the best I could do. So like, I was happy already to cut Toronto. And then, like, obviously winning the EUIC after definitely helps with my confidence going into the, I guess, Worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you did get a bunch of top 32s, which is honestly, for a lot of people, is a great result, like in a big
for sure
NA regional.
Yeah.
But you're Paul Chua. You have had higher highs.
I mean, I was still happy with top 32.
Yeah, yeah, but like you had that for a while, and it's like, is there something wrong? Is this my limit? You can start to have some doubts. But then you got that second at Toronto, and then your second EUIC championship is really impressive. So yeah, it must feel really nice and a little bit relieving as well. To know that you are still capable of achieving those highs. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it also helped because like I remember like after I got like top 32 for like the second time. I was telling like a few friends, I was like, I think if I cut, I could like win an event and like, but like, so like the Toronto run and this EUIC run, kind of like validating that definitely feels good. Even though like usually I'm not like usually like that kind of person that's just like be like that confident. But like I think that was like the only time I ever felt like confident about something. But I'm glad that at least like I should put like my money where my mouth was, Like I didn't like lose immediately or whatever. So.
I'm the opposite. I'm never confident I can win an event if I top cut. I always lose in like top 8, top 4, something like that. It's hard to take it all the way.
Yeah.
Is there an element of additional confidence that comes out of EUIC now, you think? You've had 2 wins there, only 3 seasons apart. It's somewhat of a hunting ground for you could say.
I don't think I feel any different after winning EUIC. Like yeah, like I don't think anything the difference going to change from like the way I play or whatever. So yeah, should mostly be the same. Like I guess the only difference is people are probably gonna know me more just because I know like
I think everyone knows you, Paul.
Dude, in the time between EUIC and now, I've had like 2 people ask me if it's like my first event. So it's like I know like there are people that like don't know I exist, but like
That's so funny.
like for all I know, they were probably kidding, but like but I'm saying that's like a thing where some people like ask if it's like my first event. So I'm just like,
Well, yeah, there's a lot more, quote unquote casuals or newer players that aren't, I guess, so integrated with the community yet. So they might just not know who you are. Like, there's a good chance they only know,
exactly.
like Wolf Glick or Aaron Zhang.
I'm sure they learned after the match who he was.
Yeah, they would definitely have learned. They probably would have told their friends, "Oh, I played a guy called Paul Chua," and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, like it's Paul Chua. It's really good." Like, no kidding. Yeah, because like
Paul, it's kind of hard to do now with EUIC because it's big. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, Paul
Biggest
is very humble. You're a little more reserved, and I guess keep to yourself. So it's somewhat natural, for less people to know about you, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Shall we have a chat about
go all the way to the beginning? For those of us who don't know, which is apparently a lot of people.
Yeah,
too many people.
Too many people. Paul, you've been succeeding in Pokemon for over a decade now. Your first place at a regionals goes all the way back to February of 2016 at Doswell Regional Championships. I know it is over 10 years ago. I'm assuming that would have been seniors division?
Paul was a master.
No. Those are all masters.
They're all masters.
That was masters by then.
Fuck, damn.
Yeah.
Can you remember anything from your first
seniors?
Okay. Can you remember anything from your first regional win 10 years ago? And did it light the fire more? Like you had a second place only 4 months before that at Lancaster regional championship as well. So you were in top 7 in the 2015 World Championships. That's the day one. Sorry, the day one qualifier. So you qualified at the 2015 championships, and then top 72 your first World Championships in Masters. Crazy history there. Can you take us back to the beginning at all?
Yeah, I'll just start with Masters because seniors might be a little different. So that regional, that was my second year in Masters. The year before in 2015, I didn't really do well at any regionals. Well, actually, no, that's kind of a lie. Like my first regional, I got like top 8 in, and I lost to Wolf.
Damn.
In top 8 at that. But then after that, I just kind of like sucked at a regional. I went to like X3 at all of them. After that, so that one was definitely like kind of a shock, or not like a shock. It's definitely a lot different because when I was in seniors, like my last year in seniors, right, I went to 3 regionals, and I won 2 and got second at the other one, and then I got top 4 at Nats. So like obviously like that jump from doing all that to like struggling to like cut a Masters event, it's definitely a lot different. Especially because I was young, right? I was like 15 or 16.
16,
expectations.
Definitely, definitely. That one kind of sucks then. But yeah, I think that's when I was really trying to be like more creative and stuff. Because at the first regional after, like when we started to move to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I was using like an Obama Snow team or Hail team, I guess. And then even at Worlds, I think you can see I use like this weird team. But then I don't know what happened, but after that, I think after I saw like Worlds that year, I was just like, maybe I should just use like boring stuff.
Best stuff.
Balance.
So that's where I got. Yeah, that's what I used to get second at that Lancaster regional, and I lost to Wolf again in the finals. But
early rival.
Yeah, so like that one. Yeah, and then I decided to just use like boring stuff. Like 2016 came along, right? I think that was like the first regional of that format. So people didn't really know like what was like super good, but I saw like YouTube videos of the big 6. Yeah. And I was like, this team looks like really broken. Like, is there any just look really good? So I was like, I gotta use this Pokemon. And then I did. And like I still had some weird stuff back then. I didn't run Moody on my Smeargle back then because I thought it was stupid.
Did you run Scarf, Smeagol?
I realized how to. Oh, I was Sash own tempo Smeagol.
That's crazy.
Wild.
I really did not want Moody. But yeah, like that one, like I think it's about as 2016 as originally can get. Like I think so that's the one where like the whole top cut was like all like Big Six variants, and I won.
I remember
that one.
Didn't you play Inosh in the finals in a regional in 2019? Oh, sorry, 2016.
That was that was the next one after the one where I just used straight up Big Six. Like I made like one change. And I just changed like Talon to Cresselia, and I played Enosh in the finals of that.
Yeah,
and I won one. So
and I remember he was like
2 regionals at 26.
One of the first people to use AV Rayquaza, and again, like he had like a creative team, but you just demonstrated, just use the good stuff. It's better.
Yeah. Because that team looked like I feel like if I remember correctly, I like won by just pressing like Trick Room and then like Gravity P Blades.
Yeah,
that's like all I did for the rest of
pretty much
like that game. So
it's just so strong. Yeah, that was so long ago. So I remember, you won that regional.
Over a decade ago.
You became known as like Big Six player. And then what happened at Worlds that year? Do you remember?
Okay. So Nats came along, right? Like because right, like I guess like going into Nats, right? Like my results were like pretty good, right? I won 2 regionals and I got second.
Yeah.
At the other regional I went to, right? So I basically had like almost the maximum amount of CP you could have until Nats.
Yep.
And then come Nats, I run a version of my second regional team, the Cresselia one.
Yep.
And then I think I started 1 and 3, and then I bounced back to like 6-3.
Okay.
But that wasn't enough to get a day 2 invite.
Yeah.
So like that doesn't kind of sucked. So then I was just like, maybe like Xerneas Groudon isn't good anymore. So I was like trying to find other stuff, and I used like Rayquaza Groudon at Worlds, and I didn't make it past day 1. I started 5-0 or XO, and then lost the last 3. That's what I'm just trying to say.
Okay. Alistair was a Radon player, weren't you?
Yeah, I used the same as the Japan Nats winner. I took his team from Showdown before Japan Nats even happened, and I won Perth with it. Back when like replays were like basically never private.
Oh,
like,
really?
They were public by default. So
you could just search the rank 1 user.
Yeah, you could always search the rank 1 player.
That's so broken.
I played some guy. He had like I think at the time he had like Terrakion, Hydreigon, Smeagol, Rayquaza, Groudon. I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna take this and try it. And then I saw later he got like number 1. I think his username was Sajan Park VG. But it's not Sajan Park. It's some.
What a great way to hide your team. Name yourself
some Japanese player. But like, I think a lot of people use it, and you need to use it in a really specific way to be able to beat Big Six. And if you don't, it just Xerneas just rolls you. So I think a lot of people like just didn't bother like using the archetype more. But I liked it. I liked it more than playing Big Six mirrors. So I stuck with it. But yeah, I can understand why people didn't use it.
I see why Paul is so collected in the Raging Bolt mirrors, because he's just so used to having to play Smeagol, Groudon, Xerneas mirrors. Like, it doesn't get worse than that.
Yeah,
it doesn't get worse.
Like, you're so chill after going through 2016. Like, nothing can phase you. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that about covers 16. 17 was another good season for you.
Straight out of the ranks with a top 4 at Fort Wayne, 1 Athens regionals, a top 32 at Roanoke.
Roanoke. Yeah.
Roanoke, I think that's it. Yeah.
What else? 2017, a second place at NAIC, going down to Christopher Kahn. And then
that was a fun match.
Yeah, an 80 top 81 at Worlds in 2017, which was all Sun and Moon.
Yes. Do you think 2017 is the best?
The Fort Wayne one was RS, but 27. It was okay.
Okay.
I didn't like it that much, I think, but like I think it was fine. I think.
Sure.
From what I remember.
Yeah, definitely. I think for a lot of us, because we're Australian, so we were cheering on for Christopher Kahn at the time. Sorry, but still a really impressive result. Could you tell us about like what you remember from NAIC, like going into it during the tournament, the finals? Would be interested to hear about that.
So yeah, I remember definitely going into the event, I felt like getting a day 2 invite was pretty hard because I had to top 4 the event to get it. So I just pulled up with like a really standard team, and I was like, oh, I'll just whatever, do my best, I guess, and see how it goes. Because I didn't go to any other internets that year, right? Like so that was when well, I guess it kind of is now. Like the BFL for internets was like unlimited, and like most people in the top 8 like went to all of them. So I was definitely behind.
They came to OCOC.
I had to, like, pop off.
Yeah, and that was the first year they did like internets, not just nets. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. And then so I remember I made day 2 at X2. So I had to win like all my games from there to win. No, because I think back then you could have still cut at X3. Because I lost one game in day 2 to Riley Factora. And then I cut. I guess the only memorable one I remember was my top 8 against Marcus, because obviously, right, like I said, I had the top 4 of the event, and then I had to play Marcus, and his team just looked like really annoying, right? It was that like Porygon Z like Smeargle.
Yeah,
stuff.
I think it
Ariyama.
was like Scarf Map Block Smeargle, maybe,
God.
or something like that. He took it from a Japanese player, I remember.
Yeah, that matchup just looked like a pain, because it was like my strat was game 1, I'd roar him, and it worked. Like I won the first game, but then like I didn't have any other backup plans after that, because it's like it was close team sheet, right? So like obviously it's hard for him to predict roar.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have like another backup plan. So my backup plan was just spamming Rock Slide, and it worked. I beat him in the third. I beat him in the third game. But I remember like after that, like a lot of people like hated me, man. I was like they did not want me to win after that. I remember like reading like the internet, like on Twitter, and I was like, man, like all these people hate me. Like obviously I was like 17 or whatever by then. So like obviously like that hurt like more,
hurts,
right? When I was like that young, it's like all these people like hate me. I'm just like, ouch, like man. But I think the one thing that helped was like people were telling me it's like like it's the game, like we're still happy for you making that far. So I think that's another thing that helped.
I'm sure Marcus was very gracious in his loss as well. He's he's known to have that kind that kind of character.
One thing I remember from that was like he was like asking me about my day 2 stuff. I told him like, oh yeah, if I win this game, like I make my day 2. And he's like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
It's pretty funny. Yeah,
he's a nice guy.
Yeah. But like I think after that top 8, that was like whatever, just because the top 4 in finals were like the next day anyways. So like I had time to like kind of prepare, even though like I know my top 4 was like a mirror. So I was like, there was barely anything to prepare.
Sure.
And then the Chris Con one, I remember that one. I remember near the end I had to spam Rock Slide.
Yeah.
With some paras, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's just he had to fight through to win, and that was hype. Yeah,
it didn't work for me. And like similar to like the top 8 thing with Marcus, I go on the internet and everyone's like, yeah, I'm so glad this Paul guy lost. And I'm just like, man, like what did I do?
You're just trying to win.
Yeah,
like,
I remember someone was like, so someone was like, yeah, this is what happens when like this is why you should always play with skill. And I'm just like, oh well.
People do not talk like that nowadays.
No.
It's changed a lot.
You gotta love 2010's internet, eh? People were just
they did not care.
Yeah.
Just saying the most heinous shit about literal children on the internet.
I know.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Paul.
That sucks.
That's fine. But it's like, like obviously now I'm happy that I got second at an IC,
Yeah.
Like I still have the trophy. I look at it. And I'm just like, oh, nice job, me.
And that's one of the old internet's trophies. That's pretty cool.
Were they better? I don't know what they look like.
I think they're both cool.
The new one, the big ones,
are
sick. Like Takumi's one is so cool.
Yeah. Those. So the old ones are like a shield.
Yeah.
They're like So like the same palette as like the old bricks. It's like, see through with like the white engraving.
Yeah.
Don't they have like thunderbolts or something through them as well?
It's got
am I thinking of the newer?
It's got a Pokeball like in the middle.
There's no thunderbolts through it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a Pokeball in the middle.
Yeah.
What's your take on this, Paul? Which trophies are better, the OGs or the new ones? You got some of both.
Okay. I think the problem is the OGs is that they're like too basic. I think. But I think the IC trophies, if we're just talking about that I like the best. It's like the one from 2023 because I feel like it's not too big. I think it's like the right size, and I think it's like cool enough, like in terms of design. Just because of like. I feel like the 2026 one, it's like, in my opinion, it's kind of big, right? Like I'm honestly still trying to figure out where to put it because it's too big, right? Like, but But yeah, that's my problem with that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
fair
I
enough.
think the 2023 one during that trade was like the best in my opinion. It's like the perfect of everything.
Yeah, I liked the look of that one. Seemed like a good size.
Look, I love the peak humble going on here. It's like, oh yeah, I did well and I deserve this, but man, this trophy's too big. Like,
Yeah, it's Paul. He's adorable. Love it.
I love that energy. I do remember 2017, that one where Chris Khan won, because it was like, I was in the TCG community mostly back then.
Yep.
It was shocking because Chris had been doing TCG for so long
Yeah.
prior to making the switch to VG. And all of us card players were like, what on earth? Like Chris Khan wins VGC now after he's been like dominating us in TCG for so many years.
Yeah. I think that was a really big motivator for me because before then, like everyone thought, oh, Australia's trash. Like, I mean, we did have like a top 8 in 2014, but other than that, like, you know, I feel like Australia as a region was pretty disrespected. And then Christopher Khan like managed just to win Indy Nats, and then Sam Van Nillis gets second at Worlds. And I was like,
pretty good.
why can I do this? You know, like, you know.
Big year for Oz.
And I still haven't managed to do that, but it did give us some hope. Yeah, I think 17, like that. I think those are probably the main things to discuss. But 18, you got another trophy, another Internet's trophy. I was there at that NEIC actually, and I just remember seeing what like. Paul got top 4 again. I couldn't believe it. And you played really, really well with Chalk, which was not like it was definitely known, but it was a little offbeat. But like known to be solid. Can you tell us like how you got into playing Chalk and you know a little bit about 2018 NAIC?
Yeah. So I think with the Chalk stuff, I was like a really big Kangaskhan believer, even though like it kind of sucked now because Parental Bond got nerfed. I feel like the easiest way you can compare it to like the modern age is like Roaring Moon stuff, where it's like Pokemon's kind of mid, right? But like you have to like play really well with it. Just because like Kangaskhan, there's like nothing like beneficial of it, right? Like the one benefit is like you could like break a focus sash with like return, but like that was like the only benefit I felt with it. Like, like you wasted Mega Slot and Fake Out. Like Incineroar was in the game, so it's like it's like. You didn't have to use a Mega Spot. So yeah, that one felt like I was just playing on hard mode, but like the team was just like decently balanced, I guess, with like types and like I mean it's shown success in like because like on the in-game ladder and stuff, like before we switched over to it, like for actual VGC stuff, like versions of this team were doing well. That's why I felt like it was still fine, but obviously as the year went on, like it kind of showed that like it's a little old and outdated. Especially with the introduction of Incineroar, that made it a lot more. Annoying.
Is that the year it got Intimidate?
Yes.
Yeah. Was that at the start of the season or midway through?
We played OCIC.
Like midway through, like in March.
That is a crazy drop.
OCIC with no Incineroar. That's the one Yuri won. And then after that, Incineroar dropped. I think Perth Regional was one of the first events with Incineroar. And I think like people, like a lot of people didn't even have U-turn on Incineroar back then. Like we were still figuring out like how to use it effectively. And I think we've basically perfected it by the end of 2019 or like and maybe even the start of 2019 like Sun Series, it was on every team. Everyone had U-turn. Like Paul won with Mega Kangaskhan. Oh, sorry, not one. Got top 4 NASC. Mega Kangaskhan, Heatran, Cresselia, Katana, Landorus.
Snorlax? Was there a Snorlax on that team?
No, he already had Kangaskhan. So
okay.
Maybe Tapu Fini.
Tapu Fini.
Yeah, Tapu Fini. Yeah, so I think it was really good team. And like you said, it was like the thing to use at the very start of 2018, right? Because it's like Nat Dex, and we've got Mega Kangaskhan, so let's run 2015 back and see like what changes we can make. And yeah, it proved to be solid as usual. And then Worlds, you got a top 16, which is really, really good. I think, did you use the same team as Katsumi?
Yes, yeah, that's right. We just had different sets.
Okay. Did you talk to him about the team?
The Pokemon were the same. Yeah. It was like me, and like Alexo. I don't know if anyone remembers him.
I remember Alexo. Yeah.
I think Alistair. I think you'd be the only one that knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that
like
is.
a bunch
not
of
gonna lie.
Japanese people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were just like talking about it, but like obviously I didn't really know like any Japanese, so they were just talking in Japanese, and every once in a while I just like copy paste, see what they're up to, and that's it.
Nice.
No contributions, just listen.
Sure. So tell us a bit about, sort of the decision of changing team from NEIC to going into Worlds, and a little bit about, Worlds 2018, if you can.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, the reason why I switched from Kangaskhan to Charizard, it's kind of alluded to earlier. Kangaskhan kind of sucks, so
Yeah.
I just put a better mega.
Yeah.
Charizard was pretty good because it can also boost Heat Ran, and like
Yeah.
it's just a good Pokemon. It's just better. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it helps against Metagross. If you're faster than like Zapdos, you could like overheat it. That was also another cool thing you could do. It's like one shot like Landorus and Zapdos. So like it just added more firepower to the team.
Yes.
I had to change
literally.
some sets. Like the Castelia became like only Icy Wind and had Ally Switch.
The best move in the
good
game.
move.
Yeah.
Was the best move. And yeah, like most of the sets had to change because of adding Charizard, just because like Charizard functions a little differently than Kangaskhan. And yeah, I remember a few things from that Worlds. I remember I played SU round 2. I was 0-1. And I won game 3 because I pressed Ally Switch on like the second turn. That one seemed pretty simple. I just pressed Ally Switch, and then I was like, okay, I'm already in a good spot.
Yep.
I think another one. Other games that stood out was like the one against like me and Brendan Singh at that event.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I just played really well. Like I look back and like because in the moment I'm just like it's like whatever. And it's like when I look back I'm just like man, like I can't believe I did that. Like,
Yeah.
like, I played really well this game.
I think actually
He did really well that tournament.
Yeah.
He top cut as well.
He top cut, and like
Yeah, he did.
I think it doesn't surprise me you're saying that you had to like make those kind of plays, because he had I'm pretty sure he had Clefairy and max speed Jolly Snorlax with belly drum.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes,
it
he
was
did.
very
Wow.
like if you don't have like really good answers, you need to make like big plays.
What speed stat does that hit?
I forgot. I think
Faster than Cresselia, yeah?
I don't know what to talk
yeah, it'll be faster than a min speed Cresselia, definitely.
Yeah.
But I can't remember now.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Do you remember
No one uses that
Koji,
guy.
the Gardevoir player?
Yeah, the Gardevoir guy.
Yeah,
He had Max Speed Feeny, right?
Yeah, he had
HP
timid
fire.
Feeny with HP fire to hit Kartana.
Oh my
Because a lot of
God.
Kartanas were bulky back then with lower speed. And he also
Yeah.
changed his Incineroar to outspeed a max speed Snorlax because he heard about Brendan.
That's funny.
He wrote that in his report. Yeah.
So, Paul, what was like the feeling of
Yes.
finally breaking through into World's top cut in Masters after, like making day 2 a few times, but falling a bit short of the top cut? How did that feel like in terms of your whole career up to that point?
Oh, I mean, like I felt really happy, making top cut. Like I remember I beat like YT, and I was like smiling nonstop on my way out of the venue to like walk around and stuff. I was like, yes, I finally top cut Worlds, because it's like up until then it was like I always felt like seniors was like the best I could do was like results. So like doing stuff like top cutting Worlds definitely felt really good. Even though like I lost right away to Emilio Forbes. Like I was still happy with top cutting because like it's like Worlds is like the most important event, right?
Yeah.
So it's like small steps like that, especially because like 2016, right? Like I didn't make it past day 1, and then day 2, I mean 2017, like day 2, I didn't cut, right? I lost in like the second to last round to go X3, so it's like being able to like cross that boundary and show that like I could still do it with like the best masters definitely felt really good.
Yeah, it was your last event to top cut. You have all the regional wins, you have the finals in internats, top 4 in internats, getting that Worlds cut. It's like collecting all the Infinity Stones of
Yeah.
yeah,
exactly.
good results.
Yeah, even if it wasn't like anything spectacular, like top 8, like I still felt really happy just getting like top 16.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to talk about Emilio since you mentioned his name. I think that's probably one of my favorite teams ever. It's pretty awesome. Especially in CTS, it's probably really difficult to deal with. Do you think you had a chance just based on the matchup, Paul? Or do you think it was like always going to be really difficult?
Yes. think I had a chance because before we started, he had a game loss because he forgot to put the gender on his Latios on like the paper team sheet.
Oh my
So I
God.
had to win one game.
Oh
But
my
like
God.
game one, I just like our actual game one, I like didn't see like the whole like Parrish thing. So I like set up Tailwind or something when he like went for Parrish, and I just like kind of lost from there.
Yeah.
But like that one, I was like close to winning, right? Like, I think if I pressed Heat Wave instead of Tailwind, I would have just won.
Oh
So
man.
like that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was getting like the first like beginning turns right. Like I was guessing like his blue set what he'd lock into and all that. But like
Yep.
the idea of Parrish just like never like entered my mind. So like I
Yeah.
just lost. And then game two I just got like steamrolled by Latios and I was just like, okay, well
Yeah.
that sucks.
Because he had Politoed and Latias for Charizard Y, so he could always basically take its hits. I thought it looked on paper, it looks like a pretty difficult matchup, especially when you've got Mega Gengar and Incineroar in the mix. But yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're close to getting the one game you needed. Game two,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. It happens.
Well, still made top cut, and I'd be pretty happy with that. You know, especially after not having made it before. I'm still looking for that myself.
Yeah.
I always forget.
I think the other thing that's like that Emilio thing was like every other time, because I played Emilio in seniors too, and I beat him every single time. So like it kind of stuck to like the one time he beats me is like the most important
And then he
time.
gets second. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, at least he got second, right? Like I it kind of suck if he like beats me and then like loses
And
right
lost.
away.
Yeah, top
so
eight.
second,
Yeah, not bad.
yeah.
I always forget when we're like going through old results from like, you know, pre 2023 that they're all like CTS results where
Yes.
people could hide things and there was the information gathering and whatnot, and you could just be completely shocked,
Yeah.
like in game 3 by something pulling out like that. It's
Yeah.
something.
It's a very different way of thinking now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally changed, but there's pros and cons to both. Do you have a preference, Paul? Do you like CTS or OTS more?
I think I'm fine with I think CTS is still fine just because it's like I mean I think it's just because I'm used to it, right? Like I feel like when people think of CTS they always try to hide like they talk about like these weird gimmicks, but like I don't know, from my experience it feels like the gimmicks are like kind of really obvious.
Yeah.
when what they are is it's like it's not that hard for you to like kind of distinguish like, oh, this guy's gonna like Terra Ghost, so he has like this weird tech move. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Agree.
But maybe it's just that I played not like too much that it's like you can kind of spot like these little things that without actually getting like cheesed by it right away.
Yeah, it's a skill issue. I agree with you.
Yeah.
There's some rhyme and reason to some things, some interactions that pop up in CTS games. You can get sort of like a spider sense for certain things, with enough games under your belt. I agree.
Yeah.
Very nice. 2019, a slew of top 32s and top 16s with a win at Madison Regional Championships and a top 32 at NAIC in 2019.
Before that, I want to mention LAIC Sun Series. Paul and I played for the first time ever, and Paul had a 5 Pokemon team. He do you remember? Like, I think you lost your Kartana, was it? From
well, essentially 5 Pokemon, right? Like I was still able to use Kartana, but like I couldn't have an item on it because on the thing I wrote like Figgy Braid twice.
Okay.
So instead of like an AV, I just had like a no item Kartana. So
yeah. Yeah. And Paul won. He didn't need Kartana to beat me. But I think
in that matchup, I did not need Kartana.
Yeah. But I think that year was pretty brutal because like there was a small player pool and only top 8 cut, right?
And an IC.
And an IC, yeah.
And then I got 17, so I didn't get points.
Oh, 7.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Well, how many people were at LAIC that year?
Not many. Like around, I want to say like
Not
100
many,
to 150, maybe.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah,
I think you could miss CP at 5-2.
Damn.
And there's only 7 rounds to cut.
there's only
7 rounds to cut.
And then
I did go 5-2.
Wow.
And you went 5-2, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like a Perth regional.
I missed points.
My roommate Melvin went 5-2 and got top 8.
What?
Really?
Yep. With Torracat, I remember.
Honestly,
That's
that's a skill.
brutal.
Yeah. This is a skill issue on my end, I guess. Like I should have.
Alistair, did you tank his res? Was it your fault?
Maybe.
What did you finish?
Even. I miss. Yeah, it was not my day at all. Yeah,
Paul, it's Alice's fault. It's okay.
it's partly my fault.
He should have gone undefeated after he played you.
I think Paul and I might have played at X2 actually.
Oh, it wasn't. I thought it was round one.
I think we did.
No,
yeah.
okay.
I'd already played at least a couple games.
Okay,
yeah.
it's not Alice's fault.
Yeah, so that fun little story there.
Okay, I looked it up. There was 89 people at that IC.
89, yeah, even less than I thought.
That is crazy.
I knew it was
man.
like
that
really
is crazy.
Yeah, come on, yeah. Even OCIC got more.
That year,
Yeah,
2019 LAIC, yeah. God damn.
actually, I think we would get the same or more numbers than LAIC this year. Is that crazy to say?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, look at Melbourne regional numbers last year.
Yeah.
Like just that alone is enough to
Just 300 Australians and then more because it's an IC, and then you get
internationals.
all the
Japanese.
So many Japanese people would go.
Yeah. If we got OCIC back.
Yeah.
Well, Sydney Regionals this year was the biggest event Australia's ever had.
And that was just under, well, for VG, that was just under 300.
Or combined.
Combined, yeah.
So combined total player attendance, the biggest event to ever happen in OS was Sydney Regionals.
Bigger
this
than
year.
like any OCIC.
Yeah, in total
Come on,
player
give us
numbers.
OCIC back. man.
Come to think of it, Paul, I think you haven't come to Australia, have you?
I have not.
I guess you never will.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially now that OCIC is gone, I guess it's like,
Yeah.
no, one day I'll make a trip
It's coming
to
back.
Australia.
It's coming back. Cope.
If it comes back, yeah, definitely try and come over here. We'll take good care of you.
Thank
so LAIC, 98 players or 89 players, whatever it was. I went there and I bombed. Paul didn't get CP. It was a bloodbath, that tournament. After that, so we played Moon Series and then Ultra Series. So you won a regional in which series?
Ultra.
No. Actually, I remember this one.
I was using Xerneas Groudon.
Yeah, I remember this one. You 3-hit KO'd a Groudon with Grass Knot to win the finals. I'm pretty sure.
What's
no. That was the next one.
Oh, post
that was for like the 2020 season.
Okay, yeah.
What's using Grass Knot?
Amoongus.
Yeah. 3-hit KO.
Yeah.
Wow.
3-hit KO.
I guess 120 base power. Yeah.
Let's
go, Amoongus.
Yeah, and got the sleeps. So yeah. That was post worlds.
That was a fun thing.
Before that, you still played Zerndon, right? But I think just with Lele. Was it the other way around? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. At the regional, I won. At the actual 2019 season, I won with the Lele.
Yeah.
The Lele Zerndon.
Yep. Yeah. And Worlds, did you have day 2?
No, I still had day 1 because I needed top 4 at NAIC.
Again.
This is going to be a reoccurring trend, but I didn't get this time. I didn't get top 4 at NAIC, so I had to play day 1.
Yeah, it was.
Thank God for the new system. Man.
Can only do so much. Did you make it through day 1, Paul, or nah?
No. I lost the second to last round to Pepe.
I lost the last round to Rinya. So pour one out for both of us. Yeah. That was a 9-round. I think that was the first 9-round day 1 Worlds.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. Is that right, Paul?
I don't know.
Don't know. Yeah, fair enough.
I haven't really mentioned.
Yeah, fair enough. Then we didn't have
2015 was the only time I ever made it at day 1, so I don't remember how long.
Yeah.
Any of the day ones. That was out too early, so I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like in 16 they had 2 flights with basically I think it was like 6 rounds. And then 2017 was just I think it was 7 or 8 rounds. I'm pretty sure. I think it was 8 rounds actually. Yeah. And then 2019 was 9 rounds because more people like qualified. 2020 we didn't have it.
Well, yeah, we had that weird 2020 through to 2022 season.
Yeah. Shall we do like a time warp then? Because 2022 it was
jump to 22.
A big highlight probably.
The Players Cup didn't exist.
Never happened. It's AI.
2022 comes back and you got top 4 at Worlds, Paul. Can you tell us, I did. About that? Not just the tournament, but before and during.
Yeah, I know for that event, I definitely for all of 2022 when we returned, I grinded Ice Rider Palkia.
Yeah.
Well, grind is kind of the wrong word. The literal first event back that I went to, I used Tornogre.
Yep.
And I went 1-3 dropped.
Okay.
So that's when I realized Tornogre is not for me. So,
Yep.
and then like I think the reason why I didn't want to use Palkia Ice Rider was because the games felt like they took too long. So I wanted to use one that took less brain power. So
Tornoga.
that's why I've been trying to stray away from it. But yeah, I don't know. I played with it more, and I started to like it. And then I got top 4 at like the other regional that I went to, the one in New Jersey.
Yep.
That one had like that really stacked cut. I don't know if you remember that, but
Secaucus.
yeah, that happened.
Secaucus, maybe.
That's
yeah.
the one that
Yeah,
Emilio won.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one.
I
Yeah,
remember.
Wolf
Yes.
versus Emilio.
That's the
final.
one.
Yes, I remember that.
Nice.
Yeah. And then time skipping was pretend like Milwaukee and NAC didn't exist. For after that, I just kind of just like because I don't remember too much what happened there, so that's why.
That's fine.
But yeah, I still use Ice Rider Palkia. That's the
Okay.
moral of the story for there. But yeah, like going up to Worlds, I just like grinded a lot with like Ice Rider Palkia, trying to find like the right version. Like I think that's the one where it's like I read like Hirofumi's team building thing, and he was like he like mentioned that you had to give up some matchups.
Yeah.
And that's where I started to feel like I kind of had to do that same thing.
Yeah.
Because at least like with that one, I had like the auto day 2, so it was like there were some matchups that like I knew I could probably afford to like not have, and like
Yeah.
one that was like Dialga, right? Like I don't think anyone pulls up to day 2 Worlds with,
With
the Dialga.
yeah. I agree.
I ended up being wrong. I did face one. So,
Of course.
but yeah, there was that. But like I felt like the team was like a decent meta call because like everyone was preparing for like Rinya, Zacian, Kyogre.
Yeah.
Like I tried to Palkia felt like it was at like the bottom of people's prep list of like the common stuff.
Yeah.
But like I think I also had like enough like weird stuff on it, right? Like I had like a Wiki Berry Palkia that was like full bulk.
Mm-hmm.
I had a max speed Incineroar.
Yeah. I remember that.
And like stuff like that, I think that could change.
I think that
something like that could change the matchup.
Yeah, that was really
Helps a lot.
crucial against your game versus Gabriel Gardy, wasn't it? The Incineroar, right?
I think so. I don't know if it was good against the Gotti, but like I know the Wiki Berry helped a lot against like most Asian Kyogres.
Right.
I'd live like the play rough and then it's very difficult for him
Just
to
heal
respond
up.
back.
Yeah.
I do remember playing a Gotti though at that event. Like it was close. Like
Yeah.
game 2, I felt like I was in a good spot, and then he like CTS me with like safety goggles ditto. Like
Oh, yeah.
I remember that exact turn. I was like, yeah, it was just so good. He like Dynamaxed his Kyogre, and I'm just like, what is this guy doing? I'm just gonna spore his Calyrex, or his Ditto turn into my Calyrex. I spore it doesn't go to sleep, and he's like, I see the goggles. I'm like, bro, who runs
Goggles Ditto? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I just like lost off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, game 3 was close. I know it had to come down to me hitting Hydro Pump in the rain, and I did. So
Yeah, fair enough.
that's the start. That's the first time I beat Mr. Agati.
Yeah. And so yeah, I think that was not your winning in. It may have been, maybe it was.
That was not. That
Yeah,
was like
okay.
the win. That was the round before.
The round before,
The
yeah.
next round I played against the yeah, and then my winning in I was against the Shoito. He was using like the Kyogre Yveltal Shedinja thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just took it all the way to top 4. Who did you play in top 4? Edu.
It
You
was,
played
yeah,
I remember you played
Yeah.
the
Oh,
same team back to back in top 8 and then top 4 versus Calvin, right?
It was similar. Yeah, like Calvin had like
Whimsicott?
I think. No, Calvin had a Whimsicott.
Yeah.
He had Whimsicott.
He had Hirofumi's team.
true.
Remember Alan Brown on Showdown?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just took
Yeah,
Alan
yeah,
Brown,
yeah.
Hirofumi, his team, and
I
rocked
think
it
it's
at
like the
Worlds.
exact team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's also a good one thing. That's why I felt fine with the Ice Rider Pocket, because I felt like I had good matchups into like every cut person I played until Edu. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Nils Dunlop was kind of annoying because he had like Yveltal Kyogre. The only reason why it felt good was because he had max speed Amoonguss, so like I was able to outspeed it with stuff like my Calyrex under Trick Room, which used the matchup a lot.
Sure.
Like my top 16 I played against Roberta Parente, and that was just like an auto win, right? It was like Ice Rider Palkia versus Shadow Rider Kyogre, and it was like if I just set up Trick Room, he just like loses. So that's what happened there.
Yeah.
And then the top 8, it's like the same concept. It's like a spec Shadow Rider team. But like it's like the same thing. If I could trick him up, I could kind of just like steamroll through him. So like I felt like that's another thing. I felt like I kind of got lucky with like the matchups I pulled, so that helped a lot to help with that run. But
well, good team selection going into it, to begin with. Having you know the Trick Room, because I was very worried about these specs Calyrex teams. They're really difficult to deal with, if you don't have Trick Room. So yeah. That's 2022. That would be, the final event before Scarlet and Violet. begins. We talked about your recent win at EUIC, but you won the first EUIC in Scarlet and Violet against Gabriel Agati, Mr. Agati.
Yeah, I know.
Let's chat about that a little bit.
That was a good game.
Like going into the event, because it was still pretty early Reg C. I went to that EUIC. I remember being pretty stressed about trying to get a team together, in time for that tournament. How did you manage to land on your Roaring Moon balance with Palafin, or Roaring Moon balance, I should say?
Okay, yeah, that's easy to come up with. So there was actually like the literal first Reg C regional that I played in, like the one that like happened like literally on like April 1st in Fort Wayne.
Yep.
And at that event I used like the really boring talent stuff, like Excalibur.
Yep.
Agati's one.
And I remember losing one of my games in Swiss because the guy hit Fissure a lot, and I was like really annoyed. I also learned like way after that like Glaive Rush makes it so that the next move hits Excalibur. So like I thought the guy just got really lucky with fissuring my Excalibur, and I realized it just hits it all the time. So,
I didn't realize it did that.
There's that.
Yeah,
but so because of that, I was like, I need a flying type. And then I saw like on Showdown there was a guy using Roaring Moon instead of Excalibur. So I was like, oh, okay. That basically fixes it.
Yeah.
And the team doesn't change that much. So like since I was already used to like the Flutter Main, like Tinglu stuff, I was like, this should be fine.
Yeah.
I think the only annoying matchup was like the King Gambit versions of the team where they have King Gambit instead of like Excalibur or Roaring Moon. But like I know leading up to that event, it was kind of dying off. So that's why I was fine like having a sus matchup into it. I did play a few at that event. I remember day one of EUIC, I played like a bunch of Balance Mirrors. And I beat all of them, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was actually really worried about the King Gambit teams. So that's why I had Low Kick, Dragon Knight, and Sacred Sword Chen Pao, just to make sure I could always threaten King Gambit. And it actually really paid off for me personally, because I actually faced I think 4 King Gambits in the tournament at least. I don't know how it was for you, but I think you probably still could have beaten them anyway, like with a combination of Arcanite and Moongus, Palafin.
Yeah, that's what ended up happening, I think. I think I played like 2 of them, 2 King Gambit talents. I think it was like back-to-back I played them.
Yeah, interesting. It was sort of like one of the teams, to beat at the time going into UIC. Tell us about... I guess maybe just the finals, against Mr. Agati. What were your thoughts going into it, and some key moments, if you can?
Yeah. So going into the game, I think people know that I played Agati earlier in Swiss, and he like smashed me. Like I don't even they weren't even close at all. Like I think he like 4-0'd me one game. But I did learn some interesting stuff about his team that helped me a lot. Like his Arcanine being really fast, so that helped with prep. But prep being like I didn't really do that much. Like compared to like the EUIC finals of this year, where I spent like a lot of time prepping. With the one with Agati, I didn't prep much just because it's basically a mirror, so there's really not much to prep for. Like both sides kind of know what to do already. So at that point, it's just kind of thinking of like for that one, I was just trying to figure out like alternatives to just like the Flutter Main, Palafin, Arcanine, and Moongus. Like I tried like a Tinglu mode and like it was okay, but like I knew like it wasn't gonna work. Like Roaring Moon wasn't gonna work because that's like one of the things where like his fast like his like Excalibur and stuff was an issue because I was doing Roaring Moon in the Swiss games, but like the Excalibur I think and the Arcanine just kept outspeeding me. So like that's why I realized like this Pokemon's not gonna work. So I only had 4 Pokemon. So I literally only had 4 Pokemon to play with, right? So there's that. I think the notable moment, I guess that everyone remembers, is just like the wave crash, Shadow Ball into the Excalibur.
Yeah.
I know people were telling like that was like the one play that people were telling me to try, but like looking back at it now, I feel like Game 3 was like the only time that ever could have worked if it had a chance at working. Yeah, because it's such like a risky thing, right? Like if he sees I do it in the first game, then like it's gonna be like all weird for the rest of the game. So, I think I got kind of lucky to win that game and win the match anyways. So because after I got the knockout wave crash Shadow Ball, I kind of fumbled the bag of it. Yeah, and it came down to like a few like wake ups, I think. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and then like game 2 I won because he missed Ice Skull Crash, I think. Or well, I was in a
that's right.
That's right. Yeah, he just missed Ice Skull Crash turn 1 on your Flutter Main, so you're still at max HP, not in Ice Shard range anymore, which is significant. But you know that's Ice Skull Crash. I I guess on Baxcalibur you have no choice, though. You can't like run Ice Spinner, or now you can run loaded dice, Icicle Spear. But yeah. Even though that happened, I'm pretty sure if we called Gabriel like right now and asked him if like Icicle Crash is the best ice move to run, he'll still say yes. even after that, you know, even after that, yeah.
Yeah, just because like I don't think there were other options back then, right? Like Icicle Spear, like you said, wasn't a viable option. If it even learned it, I don't even know if it got it back then or if that was a DLC thing. But
yeah, I'm not sure either.
Like you just like literally had no choice other than Icicle Crash.
Yep. Yeah. So that was.
I think it was a DLC.
It might have been
Excalibur. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good overview of.
Wait, Paul, do you want a fun fact? You and I are the only people to win a major with Dragon Dance Roy Moon Balance.
That's a very special title to hold.
Yeah, it's very special. Just me and you.
Dragon Dance Roy Moon.
That is pretty huge. It's a very specific thing.
Specifically Dragon Dance.
And they were both very early. Sorry, you go.
Yeah. Like I was say, if you take out Dragon Dance, it's like
Carrie.
Doesn't it just put Carrie? I don't know who else did it.
Carrie, you can join. Carrie can join the club.
I love specific stats like that. I remember there was one from like baseball, like last season, where it was like, you know, players with names Ruth who have hit a home run on like May 1st or something. And it's like this like something Rutherland and then like
some
Babe
random
Ruth.
guy in Babe Ruth. Yeah.
That was the other one. It's just like, yes, I love random specific stats like that. Now, what is that was your first IC Championship. What was the step up in feeling like that from a regionals? Was it like huge, same level of locked in? Like what's the difference in perceived achievement there going from regional wins, to IC wins?
Oh, well, in that case, it definitely felt pretty good. Right? Because like for my past results, right, I always got like second or top 4. I never made it that far to winning. So it definitely felt good. But also I kind of knew in my head after I won, I was like, yeah, like similar to like the 2017 run. I was like, yeah, people are totally going to say, I just got lucky. People are totally going to say, I just got lucky to win this. Like, I know it's coming. It's like, that's why like, if you look back, like when I like the trophy stuff, I don't look like that happy. Cause I'm just like, yeah, people are going to hate me, dude. Like everyone's going to say like, this guy got robbed. And I was like, well, but you know,
I think
that one.
Oh, sorry, you go, Paul.
At the time, like, I'm saying that's how I felt at the time. Like, I didn't feel like as happy as I did because, like, I in my head I kind of knew like I didn't really deserve to win. But
okay, look, from I guess maybe if you strictly look at what happened in the game, yeah, sure, maybe, well, not maybe, but you had better luck. But I think like there's a strong understanding amongst like the more I guess players that have been around a long time or playing at a high level. We know like there is some element of that required, to get first place, given that top cut is single elimination. You lose one, you're out. So everything basically needs to go your way. Even if you're the best player in the world, we know
that's
like,
just the game.
Yeah, it's just a game. We know like the best player in the world isn't going to get first at every major. That's just how it is. So yeah, try not to feel too bad going forward if it does happen again, Paul. Like, you should be as happy as you want to be.
Yeah.
Like it comes down to two things. There was somebody walking around Sydney Regionals this year and on the back of their shirt said luck is a skill. And I was like, I agree so much with that. And fuck the haters.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, people always just want to tear down someone who's doing well. So
jealousy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel it all the time, but I don't say shit on the internet.
Real.
Because that's me. I got to deal with that. Look, no, and then 2024, second place at Toronto against Chopper Cross in the final match.
Loves getting second place at Toronto.
I guess that's my second place.
your first, second place at Toronto, and then happened again this season, just before EUIC, and 2025, second place Baltimore, and then a bunch of top 16s, top 32s, just the epitome of consistency.
Yeah.
It's good to see you back at the top, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, if you will, I'm gonna go go through the subscriber submitted questions for you, Paul.
Sorry, Joel, can I just ask one question before we move away from Paul's career? I was curious because your accolades like easily put you in, the top 5 or 6 players like ever. How motivated are you like when you go to tournaments, when you try and like rack up these achievements to like finish your career whenever that may be as, the greatest or, one of the 3 greatest of all time? Does that ever like enter your mind? Is that a motivating factor, or is it kind of just, I just want to win each tournament?
So I don't really consider myself as like one of the greatest, right? Just because like I feel like especially with the regional wins, they happened like so long ago. I haven't really won another recently. But nowadays it's like, this is gonna sound weird, but like I don't really care too much about like the results that much. The only tournament I care about nowadays of winning is Worlds, right? So like
makes sense.
That's the only thing like I really care a lot about. So like stuff like the IC wins are cool, but like obviously it's not like my main goal, right? Like I think like once I win Worlds, I'll be like truly satisfied, or even like finals. I think is okay too, right? Just because it's like I got close once, so it's like it's very clear I could do it again or make it that far again. But yeah, like my main goal now is just winning Worlds. That's like the one I put like the most effort in. Obviously, I still put effort into like regional stuff because you have to qualify for Worlds to actually achieve that goal, right? And so, that's how I perceive myself now. It's like I only care about winning Worlds, but I don't really like,
And what will happen, if or when you win Worlds? What will that look like?
If I win Worlds, I probably will still play Pokemon, right? I played this game for like way too much. But I think the way I might approach it is just like I might just not take events like as seriously anymore, right? Because it's like I've done basically everything at this point. Like, right, I've won regionals, I've won 2 ICs, right? Not like 4 people have done that. And like if I like hypothetically win Worlds, it's like what else is there to do, right? Just win Worlds a second time is like it's like and you just keep repeating that, right?
That's what I was kind of alluding to.
That's when I'll be like truly satisfied.
Is like after like let's say you win Worlds this year, like the only thing you really have to chase is like being the greatest, right?
Again.
Like
Yeah, and we've seen how difficult back-to-backs are in the modern generation. Like the skill ceiling and floor are just so much higher than they were. Like, Wolf's been chasing his second for 10 years. I'm going to forget the name of the dude who won 3 in a row.
Ray
Rizzo, thank you.
Ray Rizzo.
I was thinking Jason Klasinski, but that's the TCG player.
Yeah.
Oh, the TCG guy, that's makes sense.
We know how difficult it is to back up because, as you said, it's not like a sport where you're relying on your individual skill specifically the whole time. There's reads that you have to make going into a tournament in terms of what's going to be meta, what are you going to bring to counteract that. You've got to IV and EV your Pokemon appropriately for that meta, and then you've got to make consistent reads through like 15 rounds of what to bring, when to move and everything. Like, it's
a lot can go wrong along the way.
And there's
everything.
There's 50,000 decisions per turn that you have to go through. Like VG is an incredibly hard game. And I, not to throw shade on anyone, but just if we get a back-to-back on a world champion in the next decade, it will be an insane thing to happen.
Yeah, I would be surprised if that happened.
Yeah, because everyone's so good now.
Crazy.
I think someone could win twice in 10 years.
Yeah, that's the
but
thing.
not back to back. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially with champions coming, like, they can. It's a software as a service type game. They can change so many things, even just month to month, to mix things up. Like we're getting into a highly variable state of Pokemon VG, and like its push towards becoming very much a proper esport in recognition globally. But yes, on to our subscriber questions. If you want to help out the running and join the family that is the O2 Drop, please go to the02drop.com. It'll redirect you to our Buzzsprout page, where for as little as $3 American per month, you will get access to our Discord where we play Mafia. We do Limitless tours, good banter, not safe for work memes. You can see pictures of Chris's mum modeling in the 70s. And we record an additional episode every week of additional banter, where you may be able to ask questions of Paul Chua. The first one is kind of funny for me. This comes from Chestnuts. And he wants to know, how did it feel to smoke weed?
It felt good. Like what's it called? Just because I was saying before, like I spent so much time prepping, like it felt really good to like win. It's like I smoke. People did say like this is not the first time I heard someone say I smoked them, but like yeah, it felt good winning. Right? Like
look, as an observer of that match, it did feel incredibly one-sided. I think there was
I think game one, like turn one, it looked really bad for Paul.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2-3 or something at one point in game one, or 2-4, but it still felt like you had the dominant position in that game.
After turn two, yeah, he really like pushed back the momentum to his favor. Really smart play.
Yeah, because this turn one play of follow me surging just like flew over my head. I was like, yeah, like you know, I was like, he's gonna switch Indeedee into one of them, but then like after that, I realized, oh yeah, he could just follow me surging strikes, and what I just did doesn't punish anything.
Fair enough. This one comes from Skittles. With Champions coming out, we now have a rough date. That date being April of this year. How relevant do you think Showdown will be to prep when we have Champions come out? Assuming, of course, that we get the squiggly bars in Champions that we seem to have been promised.
I think people will still use Showdown just because it's like Showdown is definitely still like a lot faster to test stuff out than like Champions, at least from the way it looks right now. So I think speed is like the important factor as to why people would probably still use Showdown. Also, I mean, like everyone's used to it already. Like I think there's gonna be like a small amount of people who just like get introduced to competitive Pokemon just from Champions and have like never heard of Showdown. So I think people are still definitely gonna keep using Showdown when Champions comes out, even if they try to like make it very Showdown like, right, with like all the sliders and stuff. But
I pray.
Right. I don't see Showdown disappearing definitely for like Western players, but
it's definitely not.
I imagine Champions is going to be a massive boon to Japanese players because they very much mainline the in-game ladder.
Yeah,
they've been forced to go on to Showdown though.
Showdown is a little bit of a taboo topic in Japan. I'm not sure if you found that when like interacting with the Japanese players, like in 2018, Paul. But you're not really supposed to mention it, even though like all the top players do play on Showdown. We know that. So for all the people that are against it, well, it's good for them, right? Because they'll be able to play. Well, it's not the same as Showdown, let's face it, but somewhat similar.
Yeah. It really does just depend on, is Champions going to have the squiggly bar? Like, are you going to be able to make adjustments as quickly in Champions as you can in Showdown? The answer is always going to be no.
But it's also just game speed. Like, if I'm testing, I want to like close the game quickly, load up, skip to end, whatever. Change this one thing, go back into the match, like review the replay, whatever. Like, yeah,
100%. This next one comes from Sleepy Q. What is your favorite team that you have won an event with? If you have a favorite team that you've won with.
Ooh, hold on. I have to think. Like, can I add like my senior stuff in here?
For sure.
Or should it just be? Okay. I think the one that my favorite one that I won an event with was probably the one that I won like my first regional in 2013 with as a senior. It was just like a rain team, right? It was just Politoed, Kingdra, Thundurus, Scizor, Cresselia, and Terrakion. But like, I don't know. That one felt like I was just playing. I just liked the way the team functioned, and I liked Politoed back then. It was cute, so it felt really good to like use a rain team because that was my first time using it, and I thought it was really good. So Chris
would love that answer.
Yeah,
big Kingdra and Scissor Stan.
Yes, Black White was pretty cool. Some stuff was pretty insane, but
Black White was a crazy game, really, when they just decided to attempt like completely new decks
Yeah.
Nothing from previous generations until to post game. It's crazy stuff. Speaking of black and white, this question comes from Maddie B. What is your favorite Pokemon game to actually play through for storyline, difficulty, etc.?
Oh, I like the Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I feel like there's a lot of stuff to do in that game. Like I like doing the Pokeathlon. And then I know I would always play the Battle Factory.
Yeah,
because I really liked it. I thought that was my favorite one because you didn't have to put much effort into a team. You could just use rental Pokemon there.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess you could say the same with Platinum, right? Because the Battle Factory is there too. But I just like Heart Gold, Soul Silver more, just because of the Pokeathlon, a little extra bump to it.
I haven't touched Heart Gold, Soul Silver in a long time, and I feel like I'm a bit of a nostalgia whore. I'll go and play old stuff because I have good memories with it, and then I'll get into it and I'll be like, oh, this kind of sucks.
I actually recently found my copy, with the box and the Pokewalker inside.
Gold
which
mine,
never got
money,
used. Yeah,
money.
So I'll try and play it again, maybe in a few years or something. It's difficult, to find time to play, just through the games now when you're preparing for events and stuff. I imagine that's been the same for you as well, Paul. You probably don't really spend that much time on. Yeah.
Especially nowadays, when you're older, you don't have as much free time, so you don't really have that much time to enjoy the games and just get the important stuff.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's for me. It would be trying to find a 3DS that works because I'm pretty sure I've killed the batteries in all of mine.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, no.
you can play on DS, a DS or a 3DS. Because 3DS plays DS. It was a DS game. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next one comes from Kieran. And Kieran asks, what is your favorite song on the My Chemical Romance album, The Black Parade?
I was doing this as a bit. I didn't know Joel was actually going to ask it. There's this subscriber who asks every podcast guest this random album, a song from this random album. So I just submitted it as a guest question as a joke. That's funny though.
I've never listened to that album.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
I don't have a favorite.
I've got a related question, media related, which I think Paul would probably appreciate more. Favorite anime?
Ooh.
Favorite anime? Ooh, I think it's either Lucky Star. That's probably because it's my first one.
Yeah,
it's a chill anime, right? There's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
The other one I like is Violet Evergarden. That's the other one I like.
I haven't seen Violet Evergarden, so I'll definitely have to give that a watch. But yeah, that was Lucky Star was when I was really into anime. Sort of late 2000s. It's a special time. So good answer.
Yeah. I'm very behind on modern anime releases.
Same.
But the first one that got me rehooked was Little Busters.
Little Busters.
And then I found out a year after I watched it because baseball whore here. I was like, oh, it's quasi baseball. Watch it. I was like, there's no baseball. And then I found out a year later that it's basically just a porn game turned into an anime. I was like,
oh my god,
oh shit. So I'm a lot more selective about what I watch now. God damn.
That makes sense.
You don't want to say to the wrong person that you enjoyed the Little Busters anime because they'll be like, ooh.
You're kind of weird, my dude. All right, next question.
Okay, this comes from Johnny, our Canadian subscriber. Loves all forms of snow. If you had to pick one team archetype to try and run for the rest of your Pokemon career, what would it be and why? So archetypes being hard trick room, balance, hyper offense, weather, all those sorts of main
You can
archetypes.
be more specific as well into the...
Wait, repeat the question. What kind of archetype would I just main for the rest of my life?
Yeah. If you were forced to pick one archetype to run for the rest of your Pokemon career, what would you go for?
I think it would just be I don't know, because what's it called? I already just use normal balance teams. So I don't know if that's the answer that you're looking for, but
no, if I answered it for you, I would probably just say balance.
Yeah, balance. Maybe you can maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you had to pick between Incineroar or Incineroar balance, which one for the rest of your life?
Instant Amoonguss. I
Yes.
think Amoonguss is like the best Pokemon ever. Dude,
Yeah.
like Spore is such a good move. And like
good.
Pollen Puff,
Yeah.
like whoever decided to give that Pokemon Pollen Puff
So
is like
dumb.
a genius. It's like the
Evil.
best Pokemon ever.
That's so funny. Yeah.
That's the end of our subscriber questions. I have a question regarding the new games that we're getting. So for anyone who is listening to this nearly a week ago now, because this comes out on a Thursday, we had Pokemon Presents for Pokemon Day, and we saw that Champions is coming out in April of this year, and Wind and Waves is coming out in 2027. Suck shit, Sumo. Sumo was adamant that we were going to get both Champions and Gen 10 in the same year, which was such
He
a
had a
long
point.
shot.
I get the 30th anniversary stuff.
Yeah,
He had a
I get
point.
that.
Such a long shot, though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If there's one gimmick that you do not want to see make a return in Champions, because again, assumption, we will get all gimmicks in Champions at some point. You know, they have the potential to give us multiple gimmicks. They have the possibility of going back and giving us like rotation and triple and, you know, Z moves, all that sort of stuff is potential to come back. If there was one gimmick that you put in the bin, never want to see in Champions, what would that gimmick be?
Dynamax.
Yes. Thank you.
Because I feel like, because like going back to the 2022 Worlds, the reason why I picked a team like that was because it lets me like not get blown up by Dynamax moves because all my Pokemon are like tanky.
Really
so
bulky.
it's like
Yeah.
it gives me some like forgiveness.
Yep.
I guess like the other option would be like this is like kind of like a niche one is like gems from like Black and White, just because
Yeah.
they're like baby Z moves.
They were so powerful.
Oh, I like the
stop them,
single
right?
use.
You have to let
to nerf
you
them.
have to let the attack go through for you to block it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
Because
true.
even if you protect it,
Just doesn't
it's still-
consume the item, right?
It
Oh,
still
really?
has the gem. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So like basically every Pokemon got Eevee to live a Dragon Gem Latios Draco Meteor. And that's when Draco Meteor was 140 as well.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
210
strong
base
move.
value.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a pretty broken mechanic when you think about it now.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. So
yeah.
I'm definitely with you there, Paul.
Because, we only have normal gem currently, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's
Did they
not,
just remove?
Yeah,
I thought
but
they
even
just
then,
nerfed
that one's
them.
like nerfed.
Nah. Oh, yeah.
So 1.2 or something.
Like the power boost is nerfed, but like the idea of like the normal move has to go off before it goes off is still there.
Still there. Okay.
it's hectic.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's a
that
good
about
answer.
gems. Like,
Good
I
answer.
didn't play in that time. So, but no, I liked Dynamax, but probably that's just because when I came into VGC properly and we're like, this is the game I'm going to main now. Like I enjoyed 2022 regionals and stuff. Like, but yeah, man, the change with Scavvy with OTS, I feel like that's just raised that is probably one of the main things I feel like has raised the ceiling in like skill of all players is,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like it probably makes the games a bit more honest.
Yeah, well, also just the accessibility to information. Like, as soon as the tournament's over, like, we can just take Paul Chua's open team sheet and like, run our own EVs and try some games. Like, it's just so much easier for everyone in that regard.
Nice. Are you excited for Gen 10, Paul? Or does it not really register on the radar yet?
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Like obviously there's not much info other than the starters, but it looks nice.
What starter are you picking, Paul?
I always pick the water dude.
Yeah, the water dude's so cool.
I like blue.
The water dude's cool.
What was it?
Even if it like, looks
Gekko?
ugly, I just like blue, so that's why I always pick the water guy.
So you're getting waves, I assume, then.
Yeah.
Fair.
We had a shared in a podcast chat about the water Pokemon, and I can't say it verbatim because I don't have the pass, but Tectone on Twitter said /X, why do they keep making water starters a F slur? I don't get that from Gekwa.
I don't either. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
No, it's a bit off base.
Maybe
there.
I'm not imaginative enough, but I don't see it.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like I'm probably going to be off base with like the rest of the community, but I really vibe with Brout.
Is Brout
the Angry
grass one?
Bird.
The Angry Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Angry Bird.
I think I always choose either grass or water. So, and I think fire one is pretty popular, isn't
Yeah.
I
it?
don't like it.
You don't like it?
It's too
Yeah, I've
happy.
seen everyone love that.
There's been lots of online discourse where people have sworn allegiance to Pombon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a cult following now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less than 24 hours after the announcement. Of course, it's going to be the best final evolution because it's a fire starter in an island game.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, run it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be almost by default
It has
the
to get
strongest
fake
final.
out and intimidate. And parting shot.
Are you a quadrupedal final evolution stand, Paul, or are you happy if they stand up on their hind legs only?
So I don't really care about like the whole like appearance of them. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just interested to see how it's gonna look.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we basically just need more info, really.
Yeah.
Because we only saw so much last night. So like related to the announcement, like moving away from Gen 10, if that's all right. Like for champions, I was wondering, what are your predictions like for the season? You know, when is champions going to be played at Play Pokemon tournaments? Anything like that? You know, did you have any thoughts after watching the presentation?
Yeah, I did actually think about that. I think we're gonna start using this in June. I think I like May is maybe, but like it's hard to tell because they just say April, and that's like kind of a wide range, right? If they say if it's late April, then obviously they can't do it in May.
Yep.
So I think June would probably be like a reasonable guess when we start. So that probably means like NASC would be champions, and I think there's one other event in June.
Japan Nationals.
That's not
Yeah.
NASC. Yeah. So that'd be like their way of testing it before Worlds. For the format, I'm not really sure. I'm guessing it would be mega related, right? Like
I think they did
this is
say
like-
that in some information that it is just mega only for the first format of Champions and Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that came out of the
I don't know, like, what
Chinese
other
release,
guys
didn't
use
it?
besides that.
Because in the video footage, they only showed megas, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They like confirmed it on like there was like a website and then there was like a whole Chinese Pokemon.
Oh,
They
okay.
had more
Yeah,
information.
and like that is 100% now confirmed
Yeah.
that it's just megas,
Okay.
which is I think everyone's pretty happy with.
Yeah.
It's a nice change. We've had
Yeah, that makes sense.
for a while now.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
they've turned away from like what their first announcement video of Champion showed, which was like a Mega Terra
Oh,
dual
everything.
format.
Yeah, everything.
Like, I think, yeah.
I think we're gonna get to the point where that happens.
I
Yeah.
agree, yeah.
For now, it's probably just like how they always do. They just slowly introduce everything. So maybe
Yeah.
next we'll have like megas and like
And
terras, I
Terra.
don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
But Worlds will be fun with just megas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'll be really exciting.
Yeah.
Low power level.
Yeah.
Although, do you know what I saw?
Yeah.
I saw someone make like a chart of all the Pokemon that have been shown in like Champions, and they put Ursaluna in the game, man. In this
no.
low power level. I was so
Yeah.
mad. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
they did.
get me away from this
It was like
Pokemon.
the first trailer. Yeah.
Please nerf this Pokemon.
It's
At least
too
now
soon.
you can't like you don't have to worry about Terra, so you can.
Yeah,
Probably,
at least you can fake it out. We have Incineroar. We have
Yeah. All
Incineroar.
right, good. Thank God.
yeah, we haven't seen her.
That does. It's still broken though.
It's still
unfortunately.
broken, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a lot more manageable.
It's definitely still strong, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Good. Okay. So you think it's we're gonna start playing in the Play Pokemon circuit in June? What do you think is gonna happen before then? Do you think we'll just be playing Reg-Eye?
Yeah, I think that most people think we're playing Red Guy. It's either Red Guy or it's like because it's only like 2 months, right?
Yeah.
It's like a little shorter
Yeah.
than usual. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like you just keep playing Red F.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, that's also
God.
possible.
Please, though. We should
Yeah.
find out in less than 24 hours because that's normally when they do the announcement.
I think
of
we'll
the
find
next
out
format.
soon.
Yeah.
Because it's usually like it ends April
Yeah.
1st, so March 1st they announce the
The next.
what
Right.
happens after that. I
Yeah,
think
well-
they've consistently done that.
Yeah, but like I don't know if they do like the formal announcement, right? Because it's like this is only for like a technically like a small portion of the people, right? It's only for like people.
Oh
who do,
yeah,
like,
just a
the
tweet.
official.
Just
Go
a
to
tweet.
tournaments,
Yeah.
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what they normally do.
Yeah, it's either that or like I don't know if you remember how like at the 1E regional they did the announcement that we're doing Reg F. That's
Yeah.
that was my theory
Right.
is that during Seattle they're gonna do it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll see. Oh, and Seattle's happening like basically now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your pick
Yeah,
for
it's this
Seattle?
weekend.
Yeah.
That's why my theory is they're gonna tell us when and what the next format is. there, but
Interesting.
I might
Okay.
be wrong. I don't know.
Who's
It
your
just seems like it makes sense to do it because it's like the stream is literally just for VGC people, which is who this news would be for anyways.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Who's your pick to win Seattle, Paul? Since you're not attending.
I saw Yuzhang Wang is there. You know, he got second.
Oh yeah,
with my team.
that's Sydney.
I,
Yeah.
I hope he.
Let's go, Yuxang.
Assuming he uses the same team again, I hope he gets first place.
Let's
Oh,
go.
okay.
To show
I'm
that-
betting on
to show that,
Kotski there.
Joji's there.
And Joji is there.
Oh yeah, these are all safe bets.
Yeah.
I would have picked them too. But
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I hope Eugene gets it. Gets his auto
It would be
invite.
good for Oceano, would it?
No, he's playing Japan.
He's playing Japan.
Oh, okay,
He qualified through Japan last
yeah, he
year.
was in Japan.
Oh, okay,
So that's
never
why,
mind.
like, him losing
Yeah.
Sydney finals in game 3, like that's brutal.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like if we lost in
I-
finals.
I felt so bad because I was table judging that final and like Eugene was devastated.
Yeah.
I just I tried to spot his friends and like got them into like the area
Well-
to comfort him. I was just like, that's so brutal. Like literally one game away.
It's happened to him twice as well. It happened in 2024. Also, Reg F. Maybe he was using the same team actually. I don't know, but he lost to James.
I think he
Katzman.
was. I think this is the only team he's ever used in.
Oh
Reg F.
my god, he got second at the same team.
I mean, it's all part of the journey, weathering these, experiences.
100%.
Like, I mean, Paul's gone second so many times as well. You just sort of learn to brush it off. I get that the stakes are higher for him because
he's playing
he
in
needs
the
the first
circuit,
place.
yeah.
But just got to keep soldiering on.
Yep, that's what it's about.
Speaking of that circuit, the Japanese circuit, do you see a situation where they just straight away, April, May, June, the Japanese qualifiers are in champions straight away? Like an early April drop for champions, and they're like, haha, 30th of April,
Yeah,
you start your qualification system for Japanese nationals.
it's been talked about.
Right. They haven't said anything about it.
They still haven't said anything. Yeah, I reckon they might say it on Monday because it's like the first business day after the presents. But
Makes sense.
yeah, like some people think we might just play like one like GC basically.
That would be
on
horrendous.
Champions. Like to get
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
That also makes some sense.
Yeah.
it's either that or like we play like Regai or whatever.
Yeah.
Still on Scarlet Violet.
But you can qualify for the final GC on Reg I, right? And then there's one GC in Champions. It'll be pretty like
they might
hard,
change
but-
that bit. Like
Yeah, they might. They might.
it's really hard to say until
That's going to
they-
be a mess around going
announce it.
between games.
Yeah,
So
I don't think they'll-
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think they'll go between games, to be honest. Like I'm pretty sure like I'm with Paul, like June, like we should be playing it. And it'll be a massive wasted opportunity for them not to host Japan Nationals on Pokemon Champions.
for sure.
Like that's a big marketing opportunity for them, right? So it would make sense like for Japanese players to be qualifying in the same game as what they play nationals on, especially since they haven't announced anything yet.
Yeah.
Which also makes me think like
They've been waiting for champions. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because from the very start, when they announced that Worlds would be in Champions, I bought into the NAIC at a minimum has to be in Champions as well.
Yeah.
Because they want to make sure everything works and communicates properly before Worlds, because you don't want to have big technical difficulties going into Worlds.
At the World Championships.
Because that would be...
the 30th anniversary World Championships.
It would be a disaster.
In Chase Center.
In Chase Center. 3 times bigger than the last arena. Yeah.
So like it would be horrendous to not stress test and make sure everything works. So like NAIC is immediately before Worlds. Japanese Nationals at the same time-ish as NAIC. Like again, makes sense to do it there. Huge opportunity to promote the game and whatnot. But I didn't originally buy into it, but then like there was some copium that it would be in May because people like, surely they try and do it at a smaller event first. Like, I don't know, Melbourne Regionals. Because, they've historically kind of tested new games in Australia because we do have, like sub 400 attendees for
regionals.
For regionals. So I did buy into that copium of like Melbourne being on Champions. I don't know if I see it now though with an April release date.
With April.
April.
I think
April
we're playing
1st.
Reg I, man. I think we're playing Reg I.
I reckon we're playing
for
Regai.
the second straight Melbourne Regional.
Yeah.
Probably. We'll Paul's not going to play.
Yeah.
He can take the rest of the season off.
True, I could.
Get the reps at NAIC. Pre-worlds, that's what you need to do.
Yes. Is there anything else like on champions like that we wanted to discuss? Like,
we just got confirmed that it's, a lot of pay for stuff.
Yeah.
There was like on the Chinese website, I believe, like there's premium battle pass. That's one thing. You have to pay for more storage space in your boxes. A few other things that they talk about, like customizables and stuff. Like I think it's looking like it's gonna be similar to Fortnite a bit in that regard. So I guess we could talk about our opinions on that.
well, I think we're all in agreement that it sucks. We don't want it to be microtransactions. We'd rather just buy the game and be done with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not against.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
I'm not against like a battle pass situation where you're paying $10, $15 for a month to 6 weeks to 8 weeks, whatever length they decide that pass to be, because then it's basically just an online subscription, which, if it's a platform that's bringing in money for them, hopefully it gets maintained better and is more in line with, that software as a service type thing.
For sure.
The most heinous thing they could possibly do is make us pay for items.
Yeah, or like basically things that we need to compete.
Yeah, that's what we have to wait for to find out, like the extent to which they want to monetize this game.
Yeah, like if I have to pay $1.99 for a choice band, like that's
$1 every 4 EVs.
Yeah, like they could be really heinous with what they do. I hope they won't.
Yeah.
If they do, I hope the community just doesn't buy into it.
Yeah, well, you'll vote with your wallet, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And they'll, if it is too egregious, I think the backlash will just be so great. Like, they'll have no choice but to
undo it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they killed Unite recently with like changes they made, and now they're trying to backpedal what they did with Unite. So,
really?
As you say, you vote with your wallet.
They want goodwill. Yeah.
That being said, if it is like Fortnite and I can make my trainer look like Jango Fett or the Mandalorian or something, like that's super sick to me. Like,
get emotes.
But like
win
not
the battle.
Not necessarily for for
gameplay
competition, right? Yeah.
If I can get cool backgrounds or cool stadiums from a battle pass, and then I can get various trainer designs. Super cool with that.
The only things they showed were like maybe Mega Stones were part of the battle pass.
Yeah, I think that was kind of indicated-ish.
Yeah, the other stuff
I
was
think
like,
one of them was.
Yeah, and then the other, I think there was like an M ball that was locked behind.
Yeah, there was
like a special skin or something.
Yeah. So, and then like the other stuff was like music and maybe outfits. I think.
Yeah, the outfits will be.
It's just extras.
Yeah,
but I know you can earn like points from battling, like it said on the website. So like I'm sure that builds into the currency.
Yeah,
so,
from winning. It's just a matter of time. Like if you have the time to do that. If not, then I don't know.
We'll find out
so far, I'm thinking it might just be Mega Stones, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm totally okay with them monetizing what my trainer looks like, what the stadium looks like. If they want to introduce some sort of like HoloWare equivalent, which is like outfits for your Pokemon, all that stuff, I'm super down with. But if I have to pay to bring an Insin from home into my battle team,
it's a problem.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. Paul, do you have any like hopes or things you wish that they'll implement in Champions that they might not have announced yet?
None that I could think of at the moment. Like, I can't think of much just because it's like I don't really remember too much of what they showed the Champions. Yeah,
that's okay. I guess you're just excited that we're going to be playing VGC on a new game, yeah? Yeah.
Even though like I don't know if this really counts as a new game, but I'm excited. Something a little different than Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, fair.
Like if I get more than 24 FPS, it's a big upgrade.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Says the guy who hasn't upgraded to a Switch 2 yet.
Says you.
Look, when I watch other people play on Switch 2s, I'm like, damn.
It's pretty nice.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. It runs faster too.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
So much faster.
Speaking of Switch 2, I think Wind and Waves will
Yeah,
probably be
I think it said it's exclusive. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a Switch 2 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're giving everyone an extra year to buy the Switch
get a
2.
Switch.
Yeah.
To buy a Switch 2.
Do you have one, Paul?
Yes, I do.
Ah, nice.
I do have one.
You're set then.
I bought it when it first came out because I wanted to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, nice.
And you got to get that extra turn 0 time as well for like checking the leads and like.
Yes, that is something I have noticed. That like the Switch one.
That's how he beat
Switch 2.
Hoj. That's why he had extra time. Actually, Paul just makes moves
man,
fast.
I think we're both on Switch 2s.
Oh, you're both on Switch
Yeah,
2s,
yeah. It's
The stream,
strategic.
Yes.
Yeah.
To save the year time for when it matters.
Yeah.
Exactly. Love it. Well, we'll begin to wrap up there, Paul. It is pretty late for you, I believe, pushing 11 p.m. now. If not,
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So-
Yeah. We've been chatting for like a couple of hours. You probably want to go to the bathroom or something.
That's fine.
I went midway.
Same. Twice.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Paul.
So
That's
yeah,
okay.
thank you so much for joining us, Paul. It's been a great privilege to speak to you. Thank you for running us through your Pokemon history and some bants about new games. Been very enjoyable. Are there any final thoughts or shout outs you'd like to make to anyone?
No, none that I could think of.
Nice. Where can people follow you if
I'm
they
just
wish
happy
to?
to be here.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank
man.
you for coming, Paul. It was a great episode.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to be on here to speak to my good friends, Joel,
Likewise.
Alistair, and Kieran.
Likewise.
Let's go,
Likewise.
Paul.
Actually-
For where to find me, my Twitter is just my name with underscores after the first and last name.
Nice.
Look for
What
his
were you
YouTube as well.
Sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good content on this so far.
YouTube. I don't really YouTube again. I don't really know what it is, so I'll just
Look,
put a
I'll
link
find
somewhere
it
here.
and I'll put it in
You
the
guys-
episode description.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my YouTube.
There'll be a link down below to Paul's YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
One day I'll change the username. Anytime soon.
Yeah. Actually, like, I wasn't really sure you'd come on the podcast, Paul. So I'm really thankful you did. And it's been such a great chat. Thanks for your time. It was really good.
Yeah, thanks. Again, it was also fun speaking to you guys.
Awesome.
I know I don't really do podcasts or whatever often, so
Yeah.
nice little change of pace.
Yeah.
No,
Amazing.
great privilege for us, and we're very appreciative. Kieran, any final thoughts?
No, that's all good. Just thanks to Paul again. I'll see you at Worlds, man.
Oh yeah, I'll see you there.
And Alistair, any final thoughts?
I'm not sure if I'll see you at Worlds, Paul.
Nah, you'll see him at Worlds. That's not
You gotta make an effort to show up to Worlds, man.
Yeah, I'll do my best, but we'll see. Otherwise, shouts everyone listening. I haven't got anyone else particularly in the mind.
Nice. Thank you to all our listeners. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you locking in every week to listen to us ramble. And thanks again to Paul Chua being so giving with his time and information. We've had a lot of fun this morning for us, this evening for you. Chatting about Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
Until next time, friends.